EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. First down, here's Mitchell. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Ravens at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
Murray now running left off the option. He pitches it out. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Mims in motion right. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
You ain't going nowhere.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And a Steeler first down.
Option on the left side. Pickett's going to keep it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. To the air on first down with Pickett. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Well, this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
There he goes left side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Caught right side, Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Play fake. Murray.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Throw caught by Flowers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
To throw is Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7. But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 16.
72 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
7-7, our score after 1.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Murray flips us forward on a jet sweep.
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Olave from 10 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what
Pickett lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it. And
what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. And here's another carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Here's Murray. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of a quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, a heck of a move. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. Now it's Murray. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Murray now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. David Njoku, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Pickett. He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
A final shot before half from Murray. Looking deep here for Flowers.
That's caught inside the 20. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On third down, here's Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
There's the stiff arm.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Murray. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. And it is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Murray going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun, Murray. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they've all strung together a nice drive and helped themselves out.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jamison Williams. 53 yards. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Steelers 18.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Quick throw to Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
There to stop with Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker, from the 34-yard line. Here's second down and 5.
At the Steelers' 34-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down at the 28. 115 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a 2nd and 6. A handoff from Mitchell running left. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot or running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Here's Murray. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just one.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, he's going to go for it all. Powering his way forward. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jamison Williams. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw is Murray. Oh, the out route, he finds Hardman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mecole Hardman. His second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to keep it on the ground. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he will have the Steelers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Pickett. He's airing it out for Williams. That is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And past the 30, down to about the 27.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 27 yards. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's 1st and 10. Now Pickett. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Pickett to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come from...
Run it back. Yeah. Run it back. 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 Run it back.